Greetings, welcome to the RC Wall Vacuum channel. Today's video we're going to get to see the world from the Kraken Vekta 5's viewpoint. So what I got here, or up here on the CAD, is a front-mounted GoPro mount that's going to go on to the Kraken Vekta 5. It'll drop down into the bumper mechanism, and it stays tucked down inside the vehicle. So if you roll it over, it's well protected down in there. It's a real tight fit to get it down in there, but hopefully I got all my dimensions right. And it's a two-piece setup. Let me get this orbital thing to work here. And it consists of this connector around here, and then the bumper will sit right on that edge. This will drop in between there, and then this drops down to this mechanism here. This right here will actually, on the Vekta 5 LSE at least, down in the hinge pin brace, there's existing holes set down in there that this is going to drop right into, supposedly. And if I got all my dimensions correct, it should set up in there, and it has to go in real carefully, because if not, the camera gets a little obstructed by one of the posts on the bumper. So if I get it in there all right, it should have a nice clear view, and like I said, it's going to be well protected down in there, and it shouldn't be any kind of issues. So let's head off down to the printer and get this thing printing. And then after these parts are printed, I'll do the post-processing and get them installed, hopefully, and then we'll take it up in the woods and see what the world looks like from 6 inches off the ground at high speed. I'm here at the printing station with my official printer tech, Putters. What do you think, buddy? Is gonna print all right? He's inspecting it right now. At least he was. You're slacking on the job, buddy. I guess he's inspecting the machine to make sure it's okay. Well, the base is done now, and it's just printing the connector arm. So the parts done on the printer, I got all the post-processing done on them. And like I said, it's a two-part setup. This part goes on the camera, gets bolted on. It has to go in as a two-piece, and you'll see why in a second. But this piece gets bolted onto the camera and left as is, and this part here gets bolted into the chassis. And I already got the lock nut pulled into there. And I went down to 4mm just because I didn't have the ability to put a lot of plastic on that, so I want to put a little smaller bolt in there. So let's see how it goes in. So it gets set down into here, and as you can see, there's not a lot of space to work with, but this drops down in and sits like that, and then it bolts to that bottom piece. Conveniently enough, there was two 5mm holes tapped into the top of this hinge pin brace, which works out real well in this case. So I'm going to put the base in there and Loctite it down in, and I'll stick the thing together. So in order for it to work, and the camera has to be shoved all the way off to the left side, otherwise you see that post in the camera view. So that's why it's offset a little bit. So to install, you just got to drop it down in through this little opening here. Drop it into the fingers, push it in place. And a bolt in here. And we got the captive nut in there. And finish screwing it down. And once it's set in place, it's well protected down inside there. It doesn't interfere with the cowling or the body, and then sneaks right out the front. And as long as you don't run into a stick sticking out, should be well protected from a rollover. And it can stand there. I don't have a phone, so I have to pull the thing out to get the SD card out. But if you got a phone, you just transfer the photos right off directly. It would be a slick way to go. So I spent some time getting this Kraken, fine-tuning it the other day. Had to adjust the throttle travel. I had it backed off, so during braking, I didn't end up risk opening the throttle up all the way. So the new track I'm building probably ain't gonna be ready for today, but my old woods track is ready. So we'll stick around and I'll load this thing up and see if we can get some video. Well, one last look before it gets dirty and muddy and smashed up. Get the GoPro going. So it did get a little muddy. I got to tighten the servo saver up. It doesn't steer that well. It's slipping really bad. And they're definitely nose heavy. I can see what this basket's back here for. That's where must be where you put the cement block to counterweight the thing. So I'm definitely going to come up with some kind of counterweight to put back there, because kind of annoying when they want to end all the time. I'm sure my driving has something to do with it too, but these are particularly nose heavy. So my video editor still is only deals with 1080, so I'm going to be switching to a 4K one soon. So this video might not all be that super clear yet, but eventually I'm becoming doing the 4K and turning it up a notch for the summer with better quality videos. There'll be more to come, so thanks for watching.